me show you how to thrift like a pro, because I've heard many times people say, I'm just not good at thrifting. I can never find anything. Today, I'm going to show you how I look for denim, but as always, you need to find out what kind of thrift store you're actually in based on the location. Maybe there's more vintage, maybe there's more designer. Here, this is in upstate New York. I knew that I wasn't necessarily going to find designer like I would maybe in northern New Jersey, so I'm looking for cool vintage denim, maybe cool vintage t-shirts, and the first pass is really important. You do not need to pull out every single piece and look at the label. First, we're just going to look for 100% cotton, because finding that perfect pair of vintage jeans that is meant for you is literally like a gift from the little thrift gods. And the best way to do that is actually just looking at the sides. You can easily tell what starts to be elastic, what is a dated, maybe an acid wash. You can look at the bottom. You know, if you want to skip over the skinny jeans, because usually you're looking for a straight cut fit. But on the edge, I love to see when things are worn. You'll be able to see once that cotton's been used by somebody, it's getting that kind of patina, and then you can go and look at the brand and the design. You'll also see right there's a little bit of stitching, and you'll start to recognize that on certain designer jean brands, like for example, Paige or Citizens of Humanity. But I saw this one and I was like, those are amazing. Levi 505. They're definitely not from the 80s, but they're a little bit later, maybe some 90s, maybe even early 2000s. Now, I believe all vintage denim is totally unisex, so you definitely got to go check the men's, because you never know how people are going to rack things. And sometimes if you find one size that fits you, that same person might have donated multiple. This was the pair of cotton Wrangler jeans that I saw on the rack, and I tried them on. And if you do not have a trying on room that's available, you can actually take the waist and tie that around your neck and see if it touches in the back and it'll fit. Miraculously, this does not happen often. Those 505s were literally perfect. And I repeat that this does not happen all the time. So it is a lot of trial and error, because depending on the decade that the jeans are from, it's a completely different fit. Like these Eddie Bauer ones, they were a little bit too big. Usually denim is where I start first in the thrift store, or I'll start with shoes to get a sense of what the vibe is like. And in the next video, let's go through how to look for good sweaters.